Powerful people have mastered how to be with themselves, while the weak are out looking for company. We're going to get into it. Hi, I'm Jo. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. It's time for us to get into the one element that all the greats have, which is they have mastered their alone time. They have understood what it means to be with themselves, to be focused, to be dialed in on everything that is calling them from within, and they will not stop until they quiet the call. That is the only thing that separates the mediocre from the greats. We may be asking ourselves, what does it mean when we are subconsciously, meaning unknowingly, meaning just on automatic, while we are constantly trying to fill the space with a distraction? Understand, a distraction can look like anything that is attempting to remove us from this moment. Because this moment is where God is. This moment is where God is speaking. This moment is the moment where God blesses. But also what happens in this moment is all the healing necessary that will come up, bubble to the surface, so that we can face it once and for all, get it out of the way, clear it out of our lives, and so we can move forward. This is the very thing where most of us are filling the space with distraction. I posted a thread just the other day and I said, being single is kind of fun. Now, what I meant by that is currently in my journey, I love the uninterrupted moments that I have with God. I love that I can fill my days, my afternoons, my evenings with God. Now, any relationship that brings us closer to God is the right relationship. Any relationship that is removing time with us from God is something to look at, is all I'm going to say. But even in the right relationships, they take amount of consideration, right? Like I know I should, because I care, I need to be pausing and reaching in or reaching out. There's plans to be made for dinner and evenings or breakfasts or activities. There's all the beautiful things that come from being in a relationship. But when you're not in a relationship, then you have this uninterrupted amount of time where you can just be and do the things that you want to do. There's no one to consider. So when I posted that I love being single, or that being single right now is fun, what I meant was I love that I can just not have to consider anyone other than me and God. I love that I get this unlimited amount of time with God. Nothing stops me, and nothing will ever stop me, but you know what I mean? Nothing is preventing me. I don't need to stop and take a break and meet with someone or make a phone call or have a deep conversation with someone else. It's just all this time is for me and God, and I'm loving it. I also love that I'm able to engage with strangers I meet and not have to worry about if this is being considered as inappropriate from my partner. Now, if you have a relationship like that, it's the wrong situation. I agree that security is huge in our relationships, but security starts with us. But that's for another topic. But I was basically saying I love my single time right now because I don't have anyone to consider. That's basically where the thread was going. I don't have anyone to consider at the moment, and I absolutely love it. Immediately, the conversation or the comments that I was getting was most of the people, and I get it, except for one, but most of the people, and that's usually the average, right? Only about 1% of people can actually be with themselves. That I've always said this. I'm very outspoken about this. 99% of us cannot be with ourselves. And that ratio is actually the ratio of the greats, the ones that are at the top, the super achievers, the ones that hold all the wealth. It's the 1%. What have the 1% mastered that the 99 haven't? And it's the ability to be with themselves. Now follow me. Everyone, the 99 that came to my comments were, well, you enjoy. I love being in the company of somebody else. Yeah, well, let's see how you love it now. Let's see how you feel in 10 years. That is the problem with society now. Everybody is looking for a distraction, a validation, love outside of themselves, and they yet have mastered just being with themselves. These are the reasons why most of us get out of one relationship and we jump into another one with no time in between. And what we're really doing is we're lugging, not knowingly, lugging all this trauma, all this baggage from one relationship to the next, not understanding that the trauma that perhaps, or the misalignment, the trauma that caused the misalignment, that was probably the reason why our last relationship ended, will only arise again in our new relationship because we're not allowing any space for the truth, for the trauma, for what needs to be healing to come up to the surface and us actually deal with it before we move on to another. And that is why our relationships always look the same. Without healing, our relationships will reflect the parts of us that we are avoiding. At the same time, what we are healing, our new relationships will reflect all that we're healing, meaning they will look better than the unhealed relationships. But it's all a reflection of us. The greats, the masters, the super achievers, I'll say it, the 1% have mastered how to just be with themselves. These people are sleeping alone. That's me. Those people are eating alone. That's me. Those people come home and just get to business because they're comfortable in their alone time. You know why? Because they faced all the trauma that needed to come. They faced that we all are dealing with our own trauma. We are the reason we succeed or not. It's us. And all we have to do is face it. So once you face it in that alone time, you become unstoppable. You become magnetic. You become the most powerful person. And it happened only because you had the bravery to actually just sit in stillness with yourself without trying to fill the space with some distraction. And the distraction can be like you picking up the phone and gotten to be on a conversation with someone. The distraction can be like excessive Netflix and entertainment on the TV, excessive scrolling on social media sites, you just having to be partying or be out shopping, or you're unable to quite literally, just be with yourself. And the sad thing is, once you master this, once you just sit there, allow this gunk, this stuff that needs to be looked at and addressed within you, let it come to the surface, you feel it, you heal it, and then it surpasses, then you empty. Everything inside of you becomes not only healing, it becomes that much more golden, it becomes that much more peaceful, that much more blissful, and you begin to understand your worth. You begin to actually feel like the space where I'm at is sacred. I love this alone time. I love this space. I love that I'm able to just be with myself. I love that all I'm building when I'm in my alone time. So anybody who comes needs to elevate that experience, or you can't come. You're denied access. People who have mastered how to be with themselves understand their worth. They understand it is deeply peaceful over here. I don't need anything. I got all that I need right here in me. In me. I don't need you to then come with your lower energies to come and bring drama or trauma or even excessive chatter. Anything that's not elevating the situation, I can do without, because it is brilliant in my stillness. It is incredible in my alone time. The space is amazing with just me. So then you organically, as a byproduct, you're no longer out looking for something to fill the space. You immediately sense that seems like chaotic and drama. No, I don't need that in my life. No, I don't need to settle for you. You know, you're a great person and I can love you from afar, but you don't need to be all up in my space. It's very peaceful. It's very beautiful over here. It's very serene where I'm at. I don't need to take on anything that's not worthy of my space, worthy of my energy. But we can only get to that point if we're able to master our stillness. Right now, perhaps you're listening and I'm speaking a foreign language. You don't understand. How can it be peaceful and you're just by yourself? It's actually difficult to explain. It's only reserved for the ones that actually do the work. Then you understand what it means. I'll try to explain it though. Imagine you're in love. You meet someone, you get butterflies. The beginning of falling in love is my favorite part about love, right? It's just beautiful. You can't wait to be in that person's presence. You think about them all the time. When you're together, it's like fireworks and celebration, and it feels comfortable and you feel at ease and at home, and you're just drawn to each other, and there's a burning sensation inside you that just, you want to be around them. When you master your alone time, these feelings become yours, but amplified. You know why? Because instead of being in love with someone else, you have fallen deeply in love with yourself. And then no one can come that will compete with that love. That's when you begin to, just like if you were in a relationship that you love and that's worthy of you, how you feel like, I'm no longer looking. You know that feeling? I'm no longer looking. I'm good. This is my woman. I'm great. This is my man. I'm good. I'm off the market. That's how you feel when you deeply love yourself, when you're deeply able to be with yourself. You feel like, I don't need anything. I have it all. And the truth is, you do have it all. In fact, you may have more than you even realize, because you love yourself so deeply and there's nothing missing. Then, this is what God does. Then, and only then, will He bring the one love outside of yourself that matches that frequency of deep self-love. And that's it. That's how you go on to attract, not force, not go out and look. You actually attract that brilliant, that dreamy, that fairy tale love that we are wishing for, that we are praying for, that we are mood boarding for. That's how you do it. You begin to master yourself. And you only master yourself by mastering your alone time with self. And all it is self-love. That's what will happen as a byproduct of being by yourself, healing those wounds. You will organically come to deeply, deeply love yourself. And here's the thing. I know most of us will say, oh, I love myself. Okay. God bless you if you do. But here's a test to know if you are loving yourself truly. Are you able to be with yourself, by yourself? Is it awkward? Is it uncomfortable? Is it painful? Are you constantly in your mind about a love, a husband, a wife coming into your life to love you? If that's you, I am here to tell you, you are still not loving yourself enough. True self-love will equal nothing is missing. True self-love, follow me, does not wait up night after night for someone to call them back. A true self-love does not scroll on all the social media apps looking for their wife, looking for their husband. True self-love doesn't go out night after night or every weekend looking for a marriage, looking for something else. True self-love just stays there. You just love yourself truthfully. You're good there. And you know, because you're good here, that the one that is for you is true and good wherever they are, and there is only a matter of time before God brings the two together. This also applies to those who go on to create massive empires, businesses, companies. That is not by chance. Those big names, those 1%, they were able to gain and achieve those almost impossible dreams. Nothing's impossible, but those dreams that might seem impossible for most of us, because they were able to just master being alone. They weren't distracted. When you have an idea and you want to build something, you want to achieve something, you want to grow something, distractions again will come by way of, I can't be here in my alone time. I got to go out and do something. I have to go out and be with somebody. I have to go out and I have to be on a call. I have to be doing something else other than what I'm doing in this moment, which is supposed to be building the empire. No, you're distracted. Your thoughts, because you're avoiding this moment, is out to, I need to find a distraction to fill this uncomfortable space of being alone. So then if you're unable to be alone, then good luck trying to build something. Then you're not going to build anything. You're just talking when you're thinking about building that company. You're just talking when you're talking about writing that manuscript. You're just talking when you're thinking you're going to go on and win Grammys, but you can't even get to the craft. Why? Because you're too busy outside, not being inside with yourself. And I mean inside in here, in yourself. The difference between the powerful and the weak is the powerful have mastered stillness. The weak are out looking for distraction. And that's the difference. But you, my friend, are different. It is time for you, if you haven't done so yet, to look at what's trying to surface when you get uncomfortable in your alone time. I've been home now for about a week or so, and I have not turned on the TV once. I am in my spiritual bag. I am in my empire building bag, and I love it here. Everybody's out partying, and I see people at the club and at the bar and rooftop hangs, and I love that they're living their life while I'm hunkered down in master classes. I'm hunkered down in improving our contact. I'm hunkered down in reading the Bible. I'm hunkered down in spending time with God. And I look up every now and again. I'll look up and I'll be like, dang, I really am in some deep stillness. That TV hasn't come on. That the music has come on, right? Because I need some inspiration. I need some classical music. I need some uplifting music. But you are really in your solitude. And it's in that solitude where I can see all the dreams coming to fruition. It takes that stillness. And when I mean stillness, it means that quiet solitude. It takes that collaboration with God that comes with being still, so that God can show you what to do next. But it's going to take you being brave enough to face the stillness alone. God bless you. God bless you if you're one who perhaps you've just gotten out of a relationship and you've picked up weight again and now you're in a new relationship and you wonder why your dreams aren't coming to fruition. Where's the pause? Where's the trauma healing? Where's the moment to even get to know yourself while you're trying to get to know somebody else? I don't know. It can only happen in the stillness, and that is what separates the powerful from the weak, the winners from the losers, the greats from the mediocre. You're great. You are destined to be great. Great is in your DNA. Stop trying to be distracted. You are powerful. You can face this. It's nothing to do but to do it. Sit in your alone time. Do it consistently. Let the junk come up to the surface. Don't do anything when it comes up. Don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. Don't blame your mama. Don't blame your daddy. Don't blame your ex. Just notice it. Acknowledge it. Feel it. That's all you got to do to heal it. Before you know it, it'll pass. And before you know it, you're going to be sitting alone. You're going to become dangerous. You're going to become magnetic. You're going to become powerful. And that is the seed that creates the dream. Thank you so much for joining this combo. I want to thank all our new YouTube subscribers. I love you. I am praying for you. Thank you to everyone who has found our book on Amazon. If you have a copy, please make sure you go back and review it. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you been sitting with yourself or have you been distracted? And if you have been distracted, are you ready to start being that powerful, magnetic human that God has intended you to be? You can start right now. I am encouraging you to start today. You have my prayers. Until next time, love yourself and love others. We'll chat again real soon. Bye for now.